Hi everybody. I'd like to welcome me and Damo.
Howdy everyone.
To the stream. We've just jumped on, so it's 2-1 the Hustlers over the Hunters. So yeah, we've just jumped on now, so we'll hopefully see how we go in these next couple of frames. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Should be a good match.
See, we have Squeak up. Looks like he's playing Phil.
Yeah, Squeak and Phil Parker. This should be an interesting match.
So Squeak's to break. He's gone in off there.
Oh, he has. He's dumped the white straight
He's
in
actually
the middle.
opened them up a bit, but he's been unlucky there and gone in off. So we've got Phil to approach now. I don't mind the look of those.
What do you like, Davo?
I don't mind the yellows, to be honest.
Yeah, the yellows are good.
It's just getting
with
the
the new
opener.
rule set, so you have to
getting the opener,
obviously
isn't it?
when the white goes in off the break, you have to be behind the line, which you can't put the ball anywhere, as in like a standard foul. So that might be a little bit tricky too. But the yellows, to me, it's actually taking red.
It's going to take red.
Yep.
I mean, they're not bad either. I just didn't like.
Yep.
There was a couple of the Jackie wasn't sure if it was straight on down the bottom.
Oh, and
he has missed though.
It's a big mistake.
So
that shot
hasn't. That Jackie might go down the bottom, I suppose. That's why the Reds looked not too bad, but Squeak's just going to have a bit of a look, see what he likes. I mean, it's hard to have an opener on a yellow anyway. I think he's going to want to take Reds now.
Yeah, definitely take the Reds here.
I do think that red down the bottom near the two yellows passes under as well.
It does look like it's under.
So that makes it, if that Jackie's on, it's actually not too bad. It's just this next shot might be a bit tricky. He's got to go down. Probably straight down the table on this one. On the table we've got Lockie and Brajesh. So Brajesh's first season in the Prem League. So he's playing with the Hustlers.
This is a new one for me. I don't know him, but
yeah,
he's
so
playing in Premier League pool. He must be a reasonable player. So
yeah, so obviously the Hustlers have probably got a couple of key personnel missing tonight, but their top five's still good enough. So Squeak has actually played a good shot, but he kicked the red to the rail there near the middle, so he got a bit unlucky. He's kicked it out nicely.
That's a good shot there.
That's a great shot there.
Good shot there from Squoke. He's promoted that red. He's just got that off the rail.
It's probably
hard to see what the angle is from where we're sitting.
Yeah,
obviously, the red into the bottom left he can't get onto. He's got the one he's closest to.
So he can obviously cut
maybe
it in,
up the top or into the middle, but it's hard to see what the angle is. To be honest,
I think
we'll see where he's going to play.
If you go on the cut, it's hard to say where the white ball's going,
but no, he did take it. Oh, he's took it in the middle.
Yeah. So his left field.
Yeah, Phil.
Does look like
in the box. So
yeah, I think that yellow definitely passes to the middle beside the red as well. So I think this is pretty straightforward. It looks to be to me, but it depends. Yeah, just where you want to start with them.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yeah, he's got a few options in the middle of the table.
Phil Parker's a very solid player. I played against Phil a couple of weeks ago in snooker.
He's a solid cueist.
Very, very good cueist. Yeah.
I think so he's playing this yellow to probably clear out for the black, I reckon, so he can come back up, take his other options. So he'll probably take the middle now and roll through.
He's absolutely fat on this one now in the middle.
Now it's opened up that pocket too for the black if he needs it.
Now you can't leave that.
No, he wants to just play that now and roll through
a little bit.
Just roll through past the red, and he should be all the way.
Those last couple of balls will be. This is the key shot. He's got to get prime position on this ball.
Yeah, it's definitely the key shot.
But there's a lot of pressure. He's
cued it well. Sometimes those shots you can probably just try and hit them too hard to go through, and then you might draw it off the middle. So he's played it well though.
Now it's just working out. It looks basic from here, but there's still a bit of working out.
Yeah, he's got to debate whether he just wants to back himself in to go up the top.
Which balls you have to go. Yeah.
Still,
I don't mind it. I still think it's tricky on this.
It's still tricky because of the angle on that yellow.
The top yellow at the very top of the table. For me, if he hasn't got the angle to get up, it'll all depend on this shot.
Yeah, so that was the thing that happens.
That's the mistake. So he fell out of position, and then to get back into position, he's tried to play the yellow and swing around off a couple of rails and actually miss the pot. So
that was
always that danger, that yellow up the top.
And that's the thing with those shots.
That yellow up the top that he tried to get onto the last couple of shots before that has cost him. So
he probably needed to get onto that a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And then chip away from there. So Squeak's got a bit of a chance.
I mean, he's got the awkward red.
It does.
He might be able to come into it now. I'm not sure. It's hard to say.
So he can actually play it to the top left, but he's got to.
I'm guessing it's up the top.
He's got to
the red's
make sure he doesn't hold on the yellow though. So he's actually got to
up the top. So
he's just got to cue it well and avoid.
Exactly. One really good cueing shot here.
Yeah, and then just stun to avoid the
yellow.
yellow.
Don't worry about too much. Just pop the ball.
Yep.
You're going to be on
come out of
the
the rail. So he's
he's actually
had a go at it.
That a bit.
Yeah. Now it is hard to say with this yellow up behind this red whether that sneaks in and the other. I don't think it does. So it actually makes it a little bit trickier now, that red being up there. Whereas if he had taken it before, then he wouldn't have had that trouble. So looks like we've got Lockie on.
So I have to do it to concentrate on the.
He's got it red up the top. Yeah, okay. So he's having a go. No, so he's probably got lucky with the lead.
He has got lucky.
He's got very lucky with the lead there. British Yeah, so he's only got that
He
one to the
does.
middle. So
He got a result out of that.
now the thing with the cut from here is where's the white go? You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
where does the white go?
Yeah. So
So he's
back on the other table. Phil's had a crack. He's missed.
his left squeak.
missed, so
It's a big shot, but he can
Squeak's
definitely.
got a big opportunity here.
He does.
Big opportunity.
So he's just come off the
Yes.
side of that red, unfortunately. He probably just had to, yeah. I mean, it's still not easy with that yellow there. Now, does he have a go at these, or does he try and bring a soldier up the table, or because that yellow near that red's a bit of trouble at the moment. So it looks like he's going to have a go. Yeah, so he's had another go. He might have. He's left him on it.
I think he's
Yeah.
I think
So
he's actually played the shot. That's a very good leave, actually.
Well, he wanted. I think he did want to bring a soldier up towards those reds and try and leave nothing on. So it's actually not bad. He's left it. He has left a cut, but I mean,
it's
very
on offer here.
It's very, very thin.
Maybe he's only got a thin edge on the red.
You do have to put a bit on it. Yeah,
it's a good shot. It's a really
I'll tell you
good
what,
shot.
that's actually worked out pretty good.
Very good shot.
I mean, he's a bit of angle there, but if he can
More
cut that
angle
one
than
in,
what I thought he had.
if he cut that last one in, he probably shouldn't be too worried about having a go at this one either.
Yeah.
So looks like Bridge is on the black over on the other table, so against Lockie. So let's see if he can bang this black in. And it'd be a very handy win for the Hustlers this early, just for Bridge and in the first round, get the nerves calmed.
Yeah,
it'd be a really good black. So
I
tell you what, he's actually done it. So that's a really good frame early.
That's a great
and Squeak's
shot
just
from
played an
Squeak.
absolute
That's
ripping shot.
I'll tell you what,
he's played that
really
perfect.
Good shot.
That's just landed absolutely
but getting
fat.
back to your point, that's a great.
Really important win. Yeah,
Damo, yeah.
Like I said, especially early round one, he's you know.
Really knows if you get your queuing good and you pot a good ball or a black or whatever it is,
that'll make him feel good. That'll make him feel good, and he'll be up and about. So if Squeak can bang this in, he's had a fair punch at it.
He's hit that way too hard.
Yeah,
that shot.
Yeah, he's probably just needed to play it a little bit.
I could nearly say the pressure and the grand final and everything that's what becomes of that.
It can, especially early on too. So you know, if
half that speed's a good pot.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just hit it too hard. The moment.
So it looks like Phil's.
The moment maybe got to him.
I mean, he's obviously got to cut this yellow in, but I think if he even lands sort of. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much, mate. Just a special g'day to Lauren who's listening. So
yes, thank you.
She reckons we both sound great, so we'll try and keep the golden tonsils rolling on for you, mate. So he's played a bit of a shot to nothing, which is a smart. It's a correct shot to play because you can try and a lot of people try and cut that yellow in and then come up and then you might.
They think the angle's there to pop the yellow to go into the black.
But if you
have to do it, no, you don't have to do it.
You don't.
It was a good shot from Phil. You don't always have to.
I think Squeak will probably have a go kicking this up the arse into the middle pocket because he's a bit.
Really got much.
He doesn't mind having a crack. He doesn't mind having a crack at these sorts of shots. Old Squeak. He's a bit of a madman.
He's a chance if he hits it. He hits it half bowl off the back rail. There's a chance of potting it in the middle.
If he bangs this in, I reckon he'll have the flying eagle going after this. So let's see how we go.
Playing.
I think he is. He's going to have a dip.
Yeah, he's had a crack at it.
He's had a crack. So, but now he's probably definitely in trouble. So he'll only just drop this in and leave him.
Not pot those balls.
Yeah. He'll leave himself a bit of angle just to come back down the table.
Yeah,
black goes wherever you want it, really.
The first one. He'll have a bit of angle on the second.
Yeah, just a little bit of angle to come back down the table. So that should be pretty easy done from here.
This is the thing with the new rules now, that you've no excuse now when you get ball in hand not to get angle on your last
That's
pot
exactly
or ball
right.
or whatever.
It should be pretty well a given when you've got ball in hand. He probably
To
would
me
have liked to have landed a bit lower.
Exactly. To me, it looks a little straight. I think he's actually got a little bit of work to do on this.
I think he'll be able to actually score
more than
it
what
down.
he thought he had to be. He's fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, so he did have to screw it down the
actually,
table.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not bad.
I can guarantee you now
played
he
it
didn't
well.
want to finish the white there.
No, you don't want to.
I'm sure he'll be fine, but he didn't want to finish there.
Would have liked to have been a bit
fine.
easier for him,
Good shot.
but he'll be pretty happy with that. So that gets it back to 3-2 to the Hustlers. So they've got a couple, and they've definitely lifted with the spirits a bit early. So that's one round done, I believe. 3-2 to the Hustlers. Right, so
not at the moment. Thank you, though. We'll say what happens after, yeah? Thanks, though.
all right, so looks like we've got Jacob and Danny up now, and on the other table we'll have Tony, and I don't know who yet. Maybe
I'm
Lockie.
not sure either, Damo, off the top of my head.
Might be Lockie.
There's a few of these guys playing in the last 24 tomorrow for the playoff
there
for the
are.
Tassie State team.
There are a
don't
few.
quote me on the numbers, but there are a few players, which is huge, because this is a little mini little setup for tomorrow, because
I think there's five.
There's a big there's a big playoff tomorrow for our Tasmanian State team.
Yep.
I
think
there's a few of the players that are playing in this that are playing in that as well. So
it looks like I think there's about five, but so there's a few, obviously, as you said, and in the top 24, which is good for our boys,
absolutely.
our league. It's good to see them doing well. So. All right, so Danny's obviously taking the reds there. Now, I think that red does go to that middle.
Yeah, I'm guessing
it's just a bit hard because you're going to hold on that yellow.
Yeah, it looks awkward from here.
It does look a bit awkward.
I think it's actually on.
If you're going to drop it in,
We'll say in the next couple of shots.
Yeah. Okay, so he's taking one down the bottom.
Be trying to.
Is he going to kick the black here?
He's tried to go into it.
Oh, he's got stiff there with that yellow coming across.
Obviously, it wasn't on because he's tried to go into it there.
Yeah,
so
and he's moved the black over too, so it's actually created a bit of confusion there. It's created a bit of a confusion there for himself, but he's going to have to go up the top now. And, I don't know what he's going to do with that red when he... Yeah, so he's gone for...
Yeah.
And that's probably the pressure that last shot created, because
so Jacob has a big chance. Jacob's got a chance on the yellows. They're a bit muddled at the minute from what I can see, but
yeah, there's a bit of work involved, especially that yellow up the top near that red. I don't know if he's going to try and bang this in and kick that black out, or he's just going for a layup. Yeah. So he's gone for a layup shot.
Yeah,
but
just a smart shot,
it's
really.
It's not bad. He would have liked it over the hole. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, with that red where it is in the middle, you can afford to sort of play that sort of shot. So
you didn't have to do anything silly. He's just played the layup safety.
You don't want to start potting balls and then just pot yourself into trouble, do you? Until you can try and promote a couple. So Danny's cut the one in the middle. Look, he can get the red, but it's got to go to the same pocket as the one that he's on now. So he's going to have to come back for it if he wants to take it now.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. But then the other tricky part is if you do that, how do you get back down the table for this one on the rail, and then you've got the one still in the middle in trouble. So it's going to makes it tricky. He might even want to leave it.
It is a very tricky shot because
he has played
chewed
for
that
it.
very well, actually.
And that white should come off the rail just nicely, actually, too.
Yeah, very easy to play that shot and fall short. He's actually played it really well.
The only thing he's probably going to look at is maybe with that red, he's a turnover shot if he gets a chance.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say. Cause
he probably, if he was actually straight onto it, you'd probably be happy to take the turnover because you'd sit the white near the black. But
yeah, I think that's what he's looking at. But
now with a bit of angle, it makes it a bit harder because the white will drag out naturally. So it would have been nice to be able to have just held onto that black. Yeah, there's too much angle, but he's going to play the turnover shot. It's just a matter of where you leave the white. Okay, so he's kicked it out there. He's actually killed another yellow, so he's got a result. He's got actually
the other
two
yellow
results.
Has gone right up the top of the table, glued to the other one.
Admittedly, yes, he has killed that red, but he's killed a couple of yellows in the same process, so
absolutely,
he's actually he'll be pretty happy with that.
Sometimes luck, that's how luck plays. Sometimes
we've all had that luck against us, and we've all had that luck go for us. So you've got to take it when you get it.
Unfortunate for Jacob that the other yellow for him has gone right up the top of the table.
I mean, if I was Jacob, I'd probably be trying to promote those two up the top and leave the white down in that line.
It's probably a good thing to try and break those if you can get a safety or a snooker as well. But
if you can leave the white in that line of that yellow and kick off those two yellows. But absolutely. Jacob sometimes likes to have a go, so we'll see what he can do with them. Yeah, so he actually has had a go. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's good to have a crack at it.
I actually think that shot was like a
sort of a shot to nothing, really.
Well, it was, but it was a pressure shot for me. It was like, shit, I need to do something, and he's had a crack at the pot. He's missed.
Yeah. And
now he, he's looked at the table and gone, shit, I need to do something.
And I don't think you actually had to take the pot on, to be honest.
Yeah. No, this is what I'm saying. I don't think you had to take that on.
No, definitely not.
I don't think you had to take the pot on. It would be interesting
not
to
with
see
where
his
the
next
reds
visit
were
at the table, because
he still doesn't.
When you're under the pump, things happen. Things go through your head. There's a lot of voices in your head, so to speak, sometimes when you're under the pump.
Yeah. Just especially
this could be one of those moments.
When you know you've got a few balls that you have to manipulate early, it can play on you a bit, so I don't really mind if he comes up for these yellows soon and tries to lay up, if he gets a chance, but it depends. That yellow near that red's really pretty tricky, I think. You can get behind it, and it'll go to the top or the bottom, but it's still those two up the top rail.
And especially that yellow near the red, we're not sure how that sits. I think it's actually all right, because the way he's played that, I think it's just straight on.
So he's obviously going to play through,
because he's played that to finish on that
so he's going to play through. And probably play this yellow up the top, I would imagine.
So I'm guessing
those two yellows must go.
I'm guessing he drops the yellow next to the red in.
Yeah.
Then he takes the bottom yellow, and then he's leaving himself an angle on the top yellow to the right pocket to maybe go into these.
Yep. You don't need much on that one. You want to.
I don't think they're on.
So he's needed to roll through a bit more there. He's still got a shot on it, but
I really don't. I don't know what he's playing there, but
that makes a so Lockie's just one, so that makes it 3-all. Just beat Tony, so we will try and have a commentate on both of the tables. It's just sort of we're close to one, so we'll try and scan to the other one as we go as well. So
cool.
Well, so he's had to go up the cut into the middle
Yeah,
there. That's a
there we
massive
go.
effort.
Yeah,
But
good effort.
it was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
he has-
control with
he
the
has
white
had to
there.
go up the big neck.
There's no control with the white, so... And that's because he's landed too short on that ball originally, so it creates that
Absolutely, yeah.
pressure again, doesn't it?
And that's the thing, yeah. If you don't finish on where you need to be, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's still tough. I think... yeah. It's still not easy. I wouldn't... Just excuse me for a moment. As Damo just said, we will try and concentrate on the second table because we have been main focus on this table. So we've got Phil Parker Phil and
against Mick Hennessy.
Yep. Mick's,
Mighty Mick, which
the Mighty Mick.
He's been playing very well lately.
He's in the top 24, so
tomorrow.
he's been playing
should be
unbelievable.
an interesting
Yeah.
matchup. Yeah,
Yeah, it should be a good
he's
match.
a cagey old fella.
He's
Mick.
very cagey,
and
very hard it looks like it's his approach to the table.
Here we go on this one, but
So what have we got? I mean, there's a couple of tricky balls for both. It is hard to see when you're a bit further away, but obviously you've got that red on the rail, which will... it will go, but you've got to be fat down the rail on it. I actually don't mind the reds. But
let's have a look. Yeah, the reds do look good. I'm not sure what mix options are to.
Looks like he wants yellows though.
He's took yellows,
which that's still fine anyway,
that's
because
fine as well.
The yellow obviously below the black will go, and you can actually kick that yellow out as well if you need. He's just got to cue through these, come back down to the middle of the table for this one in the middle. Still not easy, don't get me wrong. Still a bit of work involved for Mick, but he's a very good curist.
It is, yeah. Mick's. He made the Masters fame.
He
correct?
did, yep, and then tried out
and
for
then
the
he has
Opens.
a chance to the Open playoffs tomorrow. So all the best to Mick, and obviously everyone that's in that. It's going to be a very good state team. I feel for that.
Whoever make it through, it'll be well deserved because it's a strong field, very strong field.
Really strong field.
Yes. And everyone that's got to that 24 absolutely deserves to.
Deserves it, absolutely.
Deserves to be there and having a crack to represent Tassie. So Mick's gone in off. Mick's just gone in off, unfortunately, over on the other table.
Jacob on the other table is looking good.
Yeah, so he's looking pretty fine here. Old Jacob, so Salty sounds like he's yawning beside us here, so sorry about that.
Obviously a little shout out for Salty. He's
always here doing his thing.
The stroming, mate.
The man, the myth.
Great effort, Andrew.
The old
as
Saltbush.
always, mate. You're
So it looks like Jacob will take this frame, and the Hunters will take the lead, 4-3. So they're just starting to find a bit of a gear now, the old Hunters.
It's all right.
Yep. So a few high fives there for young Jacob, which is good. Get him up and about. All right, so Plummy's just going for a bit of a break. He'll be back in a second, so I'll just keep chatting away for a few minutes. So we've got Phil, who got ball in hand. As you've seen, Mick went in off, so he's landed a bit awkward on the rail with his white there. And he's still got that other red on the rail, so I think he can get over into it now. But just being off the rail makes it a little bit trickier. Yeah, so he's potted that, but he's sort of kicked the black over towards that red, so it's not getting any easier over there. Looks like he's going up the top. That's a pretty good shot. But he probably would have landed... He would have liked to have landed higher on in that red. Especially now that that yellow's behind that red on the rail. Yeah. He'll have a fair bit of work to do with that red into the middle if he wants to get back down for this red. I wouldn't have minded the shot of actually skimming off the right side of the red and laying up behind the yellow that's down behind the black and kick it out off the rail, but that was the shot before. I wouldn't have minded. Yeah, I will. Thanks, mate. Yeah, just because of obviously going up the table, yep, great pot, but now it just makes it a bit tricky. So we'll see what he does. I mean, at the end of the day, with that yellow beam on the red, this can be a bit of a safety shot. He's gone to go off the yellow, but now he's buried another yellow over on that rail, so makes it even trickier now. I mean, Mick's got a bit of angle off the bottom rail, but I actually don't mind if you can trying to get over towards that bottom yellow, kicking that up onto the red, onto the other yellow, off the rail and leaving the white behind it, but it's hard to say if you can get over for that because you're going to have to put a bit on it, so we'll just see what he does though. Yeah, if he was straight you'd be fine because you could roll through and do that and you can sort of bury your white behind that yellow, but we'll see if he can get over for it, even if he's having a look at that. I'm not sure, so okay, so he's going to go. So he's going to do the opposite, basically. So he will have a look at the Jackie now down the table, I'd say. Yeah, there was just probably a bit of angle there to be able to get that shot. So we'll see. He's going to look at running this down and maybe kicking the other yellow off the black at the same time, I would say. He just doesn't want to sit that white right on it, not unless he's playing the shot to nothing and following through with it. Yeah, so he's basically played that. He would have probably liked it a little bit harder. I mean, it's still okay, but he would have liked to go through a bit more with that white on that shot and the yellow down towards the pocket more. So, cheers, mate. No, that's fine. That's all good. Plummy's just grabbed me a soft drink because I'm on the dry July. So, thanks for that, Plummy. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah, so we just had Mick play a Jackie down here, but he wanted to leave the white down a bit further on the black, so now it's a bit of a safety battle at the moment with a tie up on the rail, mate. Yeah, there's a bit of work to do here, so the man, the myth, is back. Looks like Udi's looking alright here too, so. Well, Yui's great cust. Yeah, played for a while now. I've only known him for probably a few years, but yeah, very good cust. He made the ESC single final on last weekend. Played well all day, just got pipped at the end, but yeah, he's a good player, Udi. So I reckon Mick's just going to run this yellow down towards the pocket and try and leave the white on the rail, or he's left it out, but it's still okay though. Still fine there. He'll be happy with that at the moment. Both players have got their balls tied up, so at least if Mick gets a chance, he might be able to use his yellow down the bottom. So I don't think Phil will want to pot this up the top, not unless he's backing himself to hold back down for this red. It's not a bad shot by Udi. G'day, Greg. That's a great call, mate. Yeah, we probably nearly got caught out there a couple of times, Greg, so we'll, yep.
After I agree, I think.
A little quick shout out to Greg Davis.
G'day, Greg. Yeah, no, there's been a couple of times we could have gone close, mate, so g'day. Hope you're enjoying the commentary, mate, by the Golden Tonsils, and we'll keep going along, mate. Cheers. So, Udi's got to get across for this black. And he's cued that reasonably well. It's a great shot, and I'll back him in 9 times out of 10 to bang this black in. So, yeah, should be an easy frame there. Now we've still got the tactical battle down on the other table with Mick and Phil. There's a bit of it's going to be tied up for a few moments, I reckon. I think yeah. Yep. So Udi bangs the black in as we expected, and now the Hunters go up 5-3. So yeah, they've opened up a couple of frames gap after a slow start. He'll be, yep. Yes, he was an automatic qualifier from last year, so he was straight through, and well done, Udi. Yeah, he'll be one to watch definitely come this weekend for sure. Now the tactical battle still goes, and that's not a bad shot at all. I don't mind that. I mean, it's an easy one rail escape, don't get me wrong, but with the new set of rules, you do have to hit another rail after you bang this red, so I don't mind that shot. And if he... It's whether or not... I know the bottom one's an easy escape, so I don't know whether he actually is going to have a crack or if he needs to try and leave this safe. He probably wouldn't mind trying to kick that red back up onto that yellow if he can to try and tie it up again, to be honest. But I think differently. I'm not a very talented 8-ball player, so I'm sure he'll have something in mind. Yeah, so he's Mick's got a result with that last shot there. The shot that he played, Mick, to get the ball in hand, worked out pretty well for him. It looks like the Jackie will be on, and he can open up the black at the same time with that ball in hand shot. So this is where the ball in hand is fantastic. Being able to use the angle naturally, yeah, I think it's very advantageous. But he's just having a quick look to see if there's another way that might be easier for him to open this black up. It does look like it's tight beside that red. Obviously didn't quite like the cut down the bottom, Jackie, so he's going to play into the middle and probably try and play into the red as well. Yeah, he's giving himself a bit of angle to kick that. Yeah, so he's trying to snook it himself, but I think it makes it a little bit harder, bit of awkward queuing. Yeah, he's not real happy with it. You wouldn't be Chinese snookering yourself. You know what it's like when you have to shoot over a ball, try and come back out for that black, so it does make it a tough shot. So Squeaks missed a yellow there. I mean, he got back down the table nice. He just missed the pot. Sometimes it's hard when you're trying to get position like that. So what do we now? How's Mick going over here? So as we said, a bit awkward queuing. So he's actually come out all right for that middle. I mean, it's still a tough shot, but I'll back Mick in to pot this in the middle.
And this is the option Mick's got now on the other table. Yeah, do you go the pot? Do you go the safety? Do you?
Well, that's the thing.
This is the thing. It depends on how we feel. So anyway, he's lining up.
You know, if you're backing in your queue and you go for the pot, just a drop in pocket weight. But yeah,
I honestly don't think he'll play. I reckon he'll go long.
He's gone up the top.
I was about to say, I reckon he'll go long.
He's got.
He's got.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I think that red.
What a result! What a result that was. I think
he went for the massive pot up the top.
He did. He did take
it
up the top, and he's got the result down the bottom.
I don't know if that red sneaks in behind that. It's hard to say.
Very lucky for Mick, but that's pull, and you have to take it.
It's pretty hard to say if that red does
go. And now Phil really hasn't.
He's having a look at it. So
unless it goes inside, we can't tell from here.
Inside off the jaw.
That's a great shot. That is a really good shot from Phil Parker.
There, so, I mean,
absolutely under the pump to knock that in, and he's given himself an opportunity.
He's got pretty good angle.
Like maybe a half red, maybe a bit more. We can't tell from here, but
he should be able to come back down.
That was a good shot from Phil. Really good shot.
Back for the black down the bottom pocket.
It's a great shot. Look at this. Look
Yep,
at this.
so that's
What
a
a
great
shot. What a shot from
he's
Phil Parker.
He's played that very well. Sweet chili.
Absolutely. What a great out.
So
And it's little things like this that get you up and about and just look at that. Well done.
yeah, so
Well
he wins
played.
the tactical frame there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a great shot.
There was a bit of
It was a good
bit of a
shot.
tactical battle, but Phil's come away with it there. Played a couple of really good shots to finish it off. Over here we've got Loom and Squeak. Looks like Loom's on yellows.
Oh, wow.
He's gone for the pot. Oh, it's not bad. I actually wouldn't have minded the turnover shot up the table.
Yeah. So I'm just
I mean, you could play it as your last shot.
just
But
checking the scores because
I think
maybe
it's-
I've been...
I think it's 6-3. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, okay. So it's 5-4 to the Hunters. Race to
16.
16.
I think. Yep. Squeak's played a pretty good shot there with the old rest. So now, I don't know if that red. Oh, I think it will. You'll be able to hit it off the rail into the other red up the top, won't you?
Yes, Quake's looking good.
They're
here.
actually not too bad, those reds. If he plays this one and just holds for that one in the middle, yep, and then just rolls through onto the next one, he wouldn't have minded a little bit of angle on it, but it'll still be okay. He just wants to follow through a little bit. Bit of angle would have been nice, but he can just follow through and
No.
go straight to the other middle. Yep, bit of follow through there. A little bit of angle, but he can still just roll this in pocket weight, I think, and then he's still got the Jackie up the top off the rail if he wants.
Absolutely.
If he does hold, he can take the other one to the top right. So bit of awkward queuing off the rail, but shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, he's done that well. So he's held for that red up the top right, and like I said, that red should go under that yellow or off the rail for the Jackie. He's just got to hold the white though. He's probably just got to come back down a little bit with the white. Nothing too fancy though. Just don't get a rush of blood and you'll be okay with it. So he's gone the other way. That's fine.
Striker.
He might have an idea that I don't, which is absolutely fine. But it's made it a bit harder. I would have preferred the Jackie off the rail myself, but he's going to try and get into this yellow and kick it out of the way. So he has. He's got a shot on it, but
Yeah,
it's
he
not
has.
easy. It's very,
Interesting.
very pretty tied into the middle from there. So
Good, mate.
looks like he might have a go down the bottom. Is he going down the bottom or is he going middle? He might have a go down the bottom, I reckon.
Yeah, well, it's not.
He's gone the middle. That's a great shot. That's unlucky. That's
It
from
is-
that
it
angle.
is-
That's great
Yeah,
effort.
absolutely. It's a good shot.
But yeah,
Puts the pressure on, but
yeah. Look, that yellow's obviously
Yeah.
a couple of inches off the rail, so it'll be obviously getting position on the last yellow to come back up for the black, because that black will go in under that red into the middle. So it's just a matter of getting to it. He's just having a bit of a think about what he needs to do. I think he needs to roll through on this, but it doesn't look like he is. So he's played a bit of a shot to
Wow.
nothing there. I think he's gone for a bit of a snooker. Yeah, he can hit the red, but I don't know if. I'll tell you what. I mean, it probably will go. It will go past that yellow, but it's got to be perfect. So he's just going to play onto it, I think.
yeah, it's a big shot because.
I think he's just going to play onto it. That's a great effort. Actually, not too bad, really, where the white's
Yeah,
landed. It
it's
still
an
puts a bit
okay
of pressure
shot.
on.
But Graham's way in the box seat at this
He is
stage.
at the moment.
Yeah. He'll just work out whether it's a snooker or
I
float down the other end or something. If you
Oh, you definitely want the white up the on the top rail, I think. So, is he going for the double or is he just going for the layup? Yeah, he's going for the layup. So,
yeah,
same
it's a
thing
good-
again.
It's a good shot.
The only thing
It's
is
a
he
good
has
shot,
left
I
the up
said,
and down
Yeah.
this time, so
It's a good
Squeak can
shot.
actually.
The only disadvantage with that shot is that Williams'
he's
yellows are right over the other side of the table.
Yeah, he hasn't
and
got
if you
soldiers
happen
on that
to,
side. I think he
yeah,
goes for the
not
up and
sure,
down.
You know what you have of this, or whether you can have a crack at it or not. But
I mean, I'd probably have a crack at it.
for me, it looks just out from the middle. But obviously, he can't knock it in, so he's going to have a crack at the middle.
I think
he's
just a
gonna
little
go
bit,
down.
of, little bit of
He's
right
gonna
hand
have a
side,
crack.
little bit of
Maybe
right
he
hand
can come
side.
in with it. It's interesting. I don't know. No,
He's gone for the cut in.
Yeah,
Okay.
we tried for the pipe because the angle was
I didn't mind.
the angle was pretty fine.
I mean,
yeah.
I know the up and down's a big shot, but
Yeah.
I don't mind it because it's one rail. So what do we, Liam's? I mean, there's still a little bit of work. I think he's going to lay up again. To be honest, I reckon he's just going to promote one of these yellows and just lay up behind the other yellow. Just try and kick this out to the middle of the table. Yep. So that's what he's played there, which is not bad. Yeah, 6-3. So to the Hunters. Yep. Yeah, that was the shot to play though. And the thing is, you have to have a go at this. Obviously, as we said with the new rules, so
it's one of those, one of those ones.
you just have to have a go.
Sort of like, well, it is. It's a do or die.
It
really,
is,
to be
yeah.
honest.
I mean, he's going to go across the table.
Looking
He
off
might
the side with a
get
bit
lucky
of-
and kick the black. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't
So we've got ball in hand for Liam.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that way of getting out, Damo. I'm not sure. I to me, I think the backside is in down to the bottom, maybe to try and get it out. Your thoughts on that?
I think trying to go across was pretty hard.
Yeah,
with,
it was a
with
very
that
hard
black
shot.
there. You could have moved the black out of the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it was obviously probably a bit of a tricky
Yeah.
one, but
there is still some work to do here. For
Well,
sure.
he's obviously the black will go obviously into the middle from the high side of the table, so he's obviously going to want to try and leave. He's got the angle for it too,
Yeah.
So he's left the
still,
angle.
Still to get it. Still to get the.
He just wants to land. Yeah, so he's pointing that. He wants a little bit of angle on that yellow when he goes up the table, just because that black will go middle, so he's just working it out. He doesn't want to put too much on it. Doesn't have to do anything too fancy with the white. It's basically just to drop in and come off the rail, so.
Yeah, this shot here. Let's get deep into it.
Yes, so he
Yeah,
wanted.
so-
He's landed pretty straight on that, I think, and he's on the rail.
Exactly, yeah.
You
He's
want
on
you want
it.
to kick
So
that. You want to hit
the
you-
previous shot. He probably could have committed a bit more.
Yeah.
Punched the ball a bit more.
You
Committed
wanna-
more into it.
You want to cue that a bit.
But
you
I
wanna cue
also
through.
understand that you don't want to be doing too much. And
You don't wanna- no.
That's all right. It's not
Like
a bad
it's-
shot.
He can drop this in and still he's still got black to the middle, but if that white ball comes off the rail, it just makes it an easier route for him. So
Absolutely. It'll
But-
still take some queuing and getting on the black.
he probably wants to follow through a little bit. But
Lots
yeah,
of things can happen.
yes, that'll do. He's cued through it. Obviously, leaves him a little bit of a harder shot on the black than he would have liked initially. If he had got a bit of angle on that last yellow, but yeah, it's not easy, but it definitely goes. So he's just got to cue through it, keep his head down, and he's dropped it in.
Good
So
shot. Good shot.
they are really kicking away now. Yeah, as I sort of said before, g'day, Jess Hughes. I don't know if you're still listening, mate,
I've got
but
the soothing voice, mate.
is she talking about you or me?
No, I think it was. Oh.
I reckon she's talking about me, mate, not you.
Well,
but
no,
anyway,
no, I could be wrong. No.
but anyway, we've got the soothing voices sending people to sleep. So very soothing. Well, that's what golden tonsils do, I suppose, isn't it, Plum?
Yeah.
Yous are golden tonsils.
Thank you, Steph. We've just
Thanks.
had a couple of messages from you. So, yeah, we're trying our best, mate.
Yeah,
but
cheers, Aiden. Me brother, Aiden, obviously.
It's a good response that people are, we're not dubbing this thing up.
Yeah, as long as
we're trying our best, and thank you, Steph, for the thoughts.
Cheers for the comments, guys. Appreciate it. We'll keep doing our best, and hope yous are enjoying it. So, all right. So we've got Jacob and Tony on the other table. So obviously Jacob is on the Reds. He's left himself on that.
Jackie to me,
but is he going for the Jackie down the bottom by leaving himself on that rail? Or is he just going to leave the white? No, he's had a go at it. I don't like that shot. He's got a lucky leave, but I don't really like that shot.
Nah,
I didn't like the way that he landed on the rail and went to try and Jackie those Reds across, to be honest. If he was going to do that, you'd probably just want to leave the white ball on the bottom rail with that shot. So, but God, gives Tony... I mean, there's still a few balls tied up on that right side of the table. That's a great shot. That's a really good shot by Tony. That's a that'll tie him up for a bit. So
absolutely,
yeah, well played. So Tony plays tomorrow as well, I believe.
Yes,
so another one in the 24.
In the last 24.
He's been playing some very solid
really
pool.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I do love watching the old T-Dog play.
It's a 24 that's we probably really haven't had. As in April Taz, we really haven't had that. The field.
Yeah.
We haven't had that for a long time.
No,
we have it this year. So
it's
tomorrow it's going to be an absolute ripple weekend.
Pretty exciting, the amount of
whoever makes that team it's going to be very strong state team.
It's pretty exciting the amount of sort of young blokes we've got that are really keen on the sport now, especially like in Tassie. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's good to see. Like it's all the young fellas. Like,
I've got no doubt that whatever the side is, it's going to be a good side.
You look at some of the blokes down from the northwest coast and that are in there at the moment as well.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's really good. Like it's good to see. So got Udi on the yellows by the looks of it.
Taylor sitting there.
Come on then. I can sit on both. Ready?
Yeah, you can sit on both. It's all good. There you go. Sit on both. No.
No, you're right.
Oh, where's it?
Tony's just played. He's just trying to tie him up a bit here at the moment, which I don't mind.
Yeah,
he's got a bit of work to do with his yellows. Nudi's just missed a yellow there, and he had a bit of angle to go into that black as well, so he'll be pretty unhappy with himself there. So Jacobs just broke out two of his reds, but he's still got that trouble ball over near the rail above that yellow, so still a bit of work left in this frame. I believe Tony will probably run this yellow down the rail, knowing Tony, so
yeah.
As long as it sits in or over, he'll be pretty happy with it. Just needed it to run down a bit.
Yeah.
Just probably miscued it a bit. Come off the rail with that one, so.
Yeah. So Udi's on the yellow. Sorry, I've just turned back in again.
No, that's all right. Yep, he's on the yellows.
And Udi is another one come tomorrow. Former state player that in my opinion, I really rate this guy.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good killist.
He wants to try and leave himself a bit of angle on this yellow near the 2 reds
He's
to come
a
across.
very, very
yellow
good
rail.
tourist in my opinion, and we'll be thereabouts again, I'm sure.
If he comes down to the middle of the table, he'll be laughing on this shot. Looks like he's got the. Looks like.
Sure, on
So
that.
he's got a bit of angle, but he's
Shit.
just got to try and hold. That's the only thing. He would have liked to have been
Go on.
No, I
a bit
nearly
more
did.
with
I
that
nearly
white,
did. No,
but I think he can just drag this one down and in and hold for that yellow. So he doesn't. It's not ideal. Like I said, he would have liked to have been just a little bit off straight with that yellow. So he's got a bit of work to do on this shot, but I'll back him in for it. Yeah, so that was the thing. Just a bit too much angle created that, so having to try and hold for that yellow on the rail was going to make it a tough shot. So I believe it looks like the Jackie's on plum. Am I right in saying that? Does it look on to you, mate? Because if the Jackie's on, he nearly goes out from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
He doesn't want to run up.
He's really having a good look at it.
He just doesn't want to run up the
'Cause
table,
I
so
think
he just wants to...
Yeah, you play the Jack.
just wants
the
to
Jackie
hold on
goes.
to it.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that difficult. That's a great
Yeah,
shot.
that's a great shot.
it's a
Yeah, he
good
just wanted
shot.
to hold on to that, so now he can just run through.
Absolutely.
Just hold for the red down the rail, and he should pot that, and should be framed. He's just got to time out. He's just got to wait for Dunny to play. Looks like Dunny's gonna probably win another frame. He's
Wow.
So puts the Hunters up
Yeah, Wacky
8 to
got another
3. They're really starting to march forward with it now. Pretty solid side. They've obviously got eight players, and it's probably, like I said, unfortunate. Just at the moment, the Hustlers missed a couple of key personnel, which is a bit of their depth, but they've had a good season, and they'll be fighting to the end. All good players, so they'll keep chipping away. They'll fight away. Looks like Uni just is going for the turnover shot, kick the yellow off, but he's missed that red, unfortunately. So it looks like Danny's got the angle to come back up for the red into the middle. If he wants, he's just got to play it controlled. Just try not to hit that yellow, which he should be fine.
Whack him up.
He's come out off the rail. So he should be fine with that. He's
what did I tell you the other week? I'm nearly.
Does make it a little bit tricky. He probably
I'm
just wants to drop this pocket weight, so he's got
I'm serious.
enough room for the black.
I can't
follow through, otherwise he won't be able to. Yeah, he just wants to pretty well try and hold where that red is, I would imagine. Yep, so he's just held where that red was, just so he can roll this black in. So like I said, they'll keep chipping away and fighting, and hopefully Danny will take this frame and he'll get them back on the scoreboard and kick them away. So yep, well played, Danny. So brings back to 8-4, so that's a good result.
Is Jesse still there?
Right, sweet chili Philly staring at me with the love eyes across the table. He's giving me the love eyes.
Oh, I know the drink.
Playing well, old Phil.
This
looks like
it might have been my
Gibbo.
shed. I don't know, but
Mix on reds. Hard to see. So it does look like that red goes down to the bottom. If it does, they actually look like he might be able to clean them up pretty easy. Hard to say. Just depends. It's still a little bit tricky. If it would.
I'll be back.
So he's played that beautifully. He can roll this now into the middle. Probably does want to... Probably does want to land straight so he can come back up for the black. If not, he might be able to tuck in under the yellows and go back into the middle pocket, but it just depends how this red goes in the middle. Yeah, so he's played it. Still got a little bit of angle there, I think. Yes, there's a little bit of angle on that red. I think he's going to have to try and drag it round, to be honest. Because you can't screw straight back and get that. And he's kicked the yellow over in the black's way as well, so it's a pretty tough shot. Pretty tough shot, but he might be able to even stun into this yellow, kick it away. Yeah, so he's played for the way I said, back into the middle, which I thought that he would have had to have done just with the way that he landed. And it's a great shot, he's played it well. So he's just got to drop this one now, and the Hustlers will hopefully have a couple back in a row. Could get him kick-started again. Yep, so he's played that out well. He's lost where he's meant to shake hands, so he's found Gibbo over in the corner there, and that now brings it back to 8-5. So well played. Now we've got Richo and Prajesh up here. Now looks like Prajesh hasn't done much with the break, unfortunately, so this could be a bit of a tactical long frame. I mean, the yellows can be manipulated and moved out if you get on one down the bottom, but yeah, it's probably going to play out. It might be a bit of a battle this frame early until someone opens them up. Old Richo's been hitting them pretty well. Play with him Wednesday nights in the Esk, so he should have been in the start at 5. Old Richo, he's been going well, the big boy. So it's good to see him on the table. Good to see old Richo on the table. So it looks like he's on reds. Bit of work, but don't know if he's got a plan with these reds in the middle or not, because they're rock. I don't think any of those reds go down. I'd probably be laying up if I was him and hoping that the other reds get broken out. But he's going to have to play them out now. So it's a tough one. The only thing you want, if you're going to break them out, you just want to sit that wide on that yellow near the black. Just hold where that red is and make him play over the ball back down the table. Yeah, but looks like he might be flicking off him. Yeah, so he's flicked him off. He's opened him up all right, but it'll still be a bit of hard work. Looks like we've got the Miami Meatball Squeaker against Lockie, so looks like he's come up dry.
Excuse me, guys, I'm back. So
We've got the big plum back.
Sorry for the delay.
He's been leaving me all night, the big plum dog. I'll tell you what, it's like a marriage.
No, I'm back. I'm back, guys.
So Bridge has gone for the cannon there. He
has.
Yeah. So
Richo's
bit of awkward queuing for Richo, but the last shot he broke his other reds out. So I don't know if he's got this one down the bottom, but he probably doesn't really want to try and pot it. I think I'd be trying to cut the top red down, but as I said, it's hard to say for me. Because I think
that's what he's going to look at. Playing.
Well, I think you do. I think you've just got to try and bring it down. Awkward queuing, but he's hit a rail with black.
Interesting.
Got a bit of a result there, to be honest. Actually, those yellows aren't generous. So he's got his reds out near the bottom, and yeah, he's got them down near the black. So see how Bridge goes with these ones. IQ's all right, the old bridge. It'll be good to see him play a
Yeah,
few more games in the Premier
absolutely.
League and just learn. He's got a few good teammates to learn off if he's going to learn, a bit of 8 ball and that. So with Tony and Danny and that, so it's good to see him having a crack.
Absolutely.
He's got a tough ball down on the bottom rail here, so he's still got a bit of work to do as well. Must go past. Yeah, he's just hammered it though. Probably just had to play that a bit. Probably just had to sort of play that a bit slower. He's hit it a bit too hard, so gives Rich a bit of a look.
Absolutely.
He can nick off this red hard on that one. I mean, he's got a bit of a result there with White landing on the bottom rail. He's got a bit of a result, but yeah.
Huh?
So he's going for the middle. I don't like the shot. He probably should have been going up the top and trying to get a snooker and a ball in hand, my opinion, because he's opening up those reds if he misses this yellow. So he has cued it in, but I still don't like it because there's not much of a plan, not unless he can get a snooker now, and the reds have opened up. So, but we'll see what he does. Yeah, so he's got a snooker there.
Put
Looks
the
like
hook in.
that's in pretty deep. Should be.
He put the hook on.
I mean,
he put the
yes,
hook in,
it's
mate.
a one rail skate. Looks like it. I think he can come off that right rail. He's looking at coming off the one rail here, Richo, into those reds down the bottom. So
He hasn't got.
He's
I was
shaved.
pretty sure he
He's
flicked the red.
He's actually
on
shaved
that.
the red
It's
and,
not a bad shot.
brought the
from
white back up
Richo.
the other end. So he's thought about it very smartly there. He can go into these other yellows if he plays it confidently. He's got to just stun it across to him. Yeah, he's had a go at it, but sometimes it can be hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're trying to get into a couple balls, you probably focus on that too much,
absolutely.
and you forget about the pot. So it gives Richo a bit of a look. I think he's just got to watch this yellow that he doesn't run into it. So he's missed the yellow, which is not too bad. He would have liked to have been straighter to hold for the other red into the bottom left, as we see it, but he can just roll it in. He can just roll this one in, and he'll still have a shot on the other red. So just got to cue it. Yeah, see, because he's gone for that, he's actually, probably just want to roll that one in and try and hold where that red was, because then you still have a bit of angle to come back around for the black. Yeah. So if you drop that in or over, you're still pretty safe with that shot. So and now that red's buried in the yellows. So he might kick this red out now. So he's got the pot, but unfortunately he hasn't done anything with the two yellows. Looks like Squeak's got a bit of traffic to work with there, and he's played a good snooker. So well done, Miami Meatball. The Miami Meatball. What a weapon. If he gets up this frame and comes back here, we'll just definitely get the Screaming Eagle out, I reckon.
It's
Alrighty.
not a bad shot.
It's not a bad shot. That red's very well buried at the moment. Plummy. So, I don't know if he tries to just nudge it out a bit and leave the wide on the rail beside that other yellow. You could probably kick it out a bit, especially with the... We've got old Jesse J-Rod behind us here. He's just having a couple of beers, sussing out the... What do you think of the 8 ball so far, mate? It's going all right. And how's your shoulder feeling? Good. Oh, that's good, mate. Yeah, well, I said he needed to try and kick that red out and do something with it, especially with that yellow down the bottom rail here. He's sort of given him a chance. He's sort of landed a bit awkward there. He's probably got to take this yellow up the rail now. Yeah, he's played a pretty good shot there, actually. That's not a bad shot at all. Looks like he's actually got a bit of angle to get back down for that yellow too. He's just got to make sure he cues it well. Yeah, he's just overcut him a bit too much, unfortunately, but it was a good effort to get there. Looks like Richo's got a bit of angle too to come back down the table there, Plummy. Looks like Richo's got a bit of angle there to come back down the table, mate.
Yeah,
for that other red.
It looks pretty good.
Looks pretty natural to me from here. As long as he just focus on the pot.
Just focus on the pot.
Just focus on the pot, and the white will do its thing. So don't have to do anything fancy. See, that's getting yourself into trouble a bit there, Richo.
He's punching in and then.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know what he's going to do here.
Yeah, you sort of didn't really want to worry about punching the white too much with that. You probably just play it natural and let it do its thing. So
yeah,
he's probably potted himself into a bit of trouble now. I think he can hit it, but he's probably going to hit it full ball. So it's gone for a big double. Oh, he might have got a result. He's got a result. So he's played an absolute ripper there, Richo. I don't know what his next trick is, but if he can do it, he'll bust out something. Well done, Richo. Well played, mate. Absolute genius of a cust. I don't know if it's off the rail. We'll probably have to... I don't know if it goes back down to this bottom pocket. He might have to try and have a crack in the middle, but it's hard to say from here. I don't know if it passes that yellow. I'll soon find out. He's played it, and he's banged it in. Richo's just played a massive double. What an absolute genius of a cust.
They're up and about now.
So he obviously played his last red perfectly to get position for that double. Well done, Richo. Good to see you win there, mate, actually. Good on you. Richo's in my team on Wednesday, so always good to see a fellow Royal get up there. Unbelievable scenes. Madness. How are you, mate? Burry. Richo, you got perfect position with that last red, mate, for that double. Yeah.
The other 6 balls was a
Oh, I said you're an absolute genius on the table, mate. I absolutely loved it. Oh, dear. Well, if you can win dirty, that's all good, mate. Doesn't matter.
If you can win dirty, wow.
I'll stir him up. Look, he's
Yeah, he nearly had it over there with Lockie.
Does that red go in underneath the black there? I reckon it does off the rail.
Looks
like it might go in under
that.
I mean, it is hard to say from here, but you got golden tonsils? Oh, okay. You can't get on the mic then. So, I presume that red must go under that black off the rail. Oh, mate, I'm all hyped up on sugar, mate. Yeah, I know. It's no good, is it? No good. Oh, well. So I've only got a couple of weeks to go. When you look at the positives in life, you know, a couple of weeks to dry July to go, and then 1st of August, she's on. Don't know what day it is, but I'll be hungover the next day. I reckon I'll be down for a bit of a look, mate. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was thinking
Tell
about
him,
it. Good experience
Yeah,
anyway.
well,
She's going for the up and down here, and
no,
it's looked pretty good.
Oh, he's probably-
That's a pretty good shot. Just missed the red perfectly.
wow.
So 9-5. That's a pretty good shot there, played by Lockie.
Yeah, well, it was a really good shot.
Yep.
To be honest.
Yep. I'll pay it. There you go. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, Plummy. I'm
Yeah,
just going to go
I'll
to the
go
toilet,
back. You
mate.
go to
So
the
I'll
toilet.
I'll leave you for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Who's coming on for half a second? Oh, come on. Come on. Troy, do you want to have a little bit of a run or not? Look at this fucking game here, mate. Alright, hi guys, sorry, I'm back. We're just waiting on Damo to come back. And looks a very good break from Tony. But Phil's got the choice of the balls. Looks like he's taking yellows. My pardon, he took reds. We've got another commentator now. Actually, looks like Taylor's jumped on. So that's
Only briefly.
that's nice. Yeah, that's good. Welcome, Taylor.
Thank you.
Yeah, my bad. I actually thought Phil was going to take yellows, but he's took reds. So,
Yeah. There is quite a few tricky yellows,
yeah,
so
it's interesting.
if he can get rid of this
Yeah,
hard
it was
red
just-
first, he does have the
absolutely.
better option to take him out. But
It's a good shot. This is where it becomes tricky because
yeah, with how
he
the
might
yellows
take the red in the middle.
Wally said you fucking drunk as 10 men.
Well, that's what so.
Wally's trying to understand, he can't even understand.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, that's what Wally said.
I've had heaps of good feedback, thank
Wally
you.
said he can't even understand.
Oh, bullshit.
30 words.
Bullshit. Why isn't he?
He said, I thought Greg Laurie was fucking bad.
Bullshit.
One's terrible.
Well, where's he?
He's home listening to you. Well, he was trying to, but he can't
Ah,
understand
bullshit.
what you're saying.
I'll hang it up then. You want me to hang it up?
I didn't say. I'm only going on what Wally said. Shit.
I've had good feedback.
There you go. More like they keep talking over one another. You've got to listen to each other.
I only just started, don't blame me.
Taylor's only just jumped on. Shut up.
Communicate with each other.
I only just jumped on, so leave me out of your little debacles.
Yeah. Oh, fuck Wally.
That's from Jess. You can't say fuck on the thing.
That's kind of another reason why I want the demo. It's just close players. Brooks is coming back and that, but just too many close players. I couldn't even side.
It's not a bad shot from Tony. It's promoted his ball and the other red's still difficult.
Yeah, spat it.
Yeah, it's like he just goes. This mate, he doesn't care about pool. He come over my one with this, with demos, and he's just like, it's just like, no, I'm going, man. Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how Phil plans on getting this red out to be able to finish the frame.
Oh, jeez. Right, so I'm back. I've been subbed back in. So 10-5. Phil and Tony. So it looks like, yeah, Tony's on yellow.
Yeah.
They'll all go. It's just a matter of getting a starter. Might run into this red if you try and... You got to play this one down the bottom and come back out, I think. He's got the angle there.
Well, the out's there, I believe, with the yellows.
Yeah, he's got the... He's going to go... Looks like he might be going to Jackie up the top. I suppose it's an easy Jackie with that ball cover in the pocket, so... All the other yellows go. He's just got to play this Jackie and he should be right. Yeah, no, that's a good shot. He's played it well, so... Now he's got... Drop into the middle.
He's definitely in position to take it out now.
Yeah, you can clear these ones up pretty easily, I would say. He wants to land down middle of the table, I think, off this shot. So, well, that's fine. He can roll through on that.
It's left it with a nice angle to hold.
Yeah, he probably just wants to roll through on this yellow and go for the yellow straight down the bottom left pocket here, and then he's got the other two. So he'll roll through on that. He's got a bit of angle to come across for the other yellow. He's just got to roll this down.
Hopefully he can run through and get onto this.
Yeah, so
closest to the black.
Yeah, he'll want to run through on it.
Yeah.
And then
He's played that nice.
give himself a bit of angle. He can probably just stun across for the other yellow on the rail there, so should clean up these pretty easily, I'd say. Yep, giving himself a bit of angle, and he'll come back out for the black in the middle, so he's done it well.
Lockie looks like he's about to go out on the other table. He's only got the one red left.
On reds, is he?
Yep.
Yep, so he's needs to do a little bit of work with the white, but he should be fine with it. He's pretty good cueist, so Tony's cued that well, done well, so brings back the scores to 10-6. So if they can drag a couple in a row, you never know. Looks like Lockie's played that pretty perfect. And you can tell by the team that they like the shot, so pretty easy black there for Lockie. Yeah. So they just keep sneaking away there. So 5 frames in front, race to 16. It's going to make it pretty tough, but anything can happen in single frame of 8 ball.
The Hunters did have a 5-zip run in their second frame, so...
Yeah, they started off a bit slow, but they've definitely found a bit of form now, but... Just waiting to see who's up next. That was a big clap. Looks like we've got the skipper up. So it looks like we've got Yudi and Mick and Robbie on the other table. I don't know who he's playing. Oh, watch it, sorry. So it looks like it's Yudi's break. Not one of Yudi's best breaks.
He He hasn't got a pot, so
Nah.
it'll be open table still.
Nah, the white ball jumping off there didn't really help the break, so looks like it's open for Mick. It's a bit of a tough one. So a couple of that yellow on the rail on the left side's not ideal, but the red's in there. Yeah, there's a couple of tricky balls for both.
Yeah.
I probably don't mind yellows, to be honest. I don't know if he's on that one.
Either way he goes, it's not going to be an easy run.
No, so he's definitely going to close the table and take the easy yellow down the bottom, which is probably a fair call.
I don't know if it's come back enough
No,
with that.
I don't think he has. He would have liked to have been up a bit higher on that.
Yeah.
That yellow's very close to that red, so don't know if he's on the other one to the middle or not, just past the black. He might be able to just roll it in at pocket pace, but it's just hard to say from here. It might drop pocket pace. Just doesn't want to hit it too hard. Just drop it in. Yeah.
He secured that nicely.
So now you'll be looking probably at going the top yellow into the middle and kicking the other yellow out.
I think he might run the bottom yellow to the bottom pocket, to be honest, because that will open the other two up nicely still.
Yeah, we can roll that down. He's still got this other yellow up the top on the left rail. So he's kicked that red out of the way, which is pretty good. But there's a bit of traffic now around that yellow down the bottom.
It
Makes
does
it a
look
bit
like
hard.
these two yellows that are joined together, close together, do both go into the middle pocket.
He won't. The bottom one, he probably won't want to go middle. He'll probably want to go bottom and try and stun into the other ones.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, so he wants to probably give himself angle. He's giving himself a little bit, but it's a bit of work involved. He's probably going to have a look at it though. Would have liked a bit more angle to come down. He could have kicked the black onto the yellow. Kick that towards the pocket, but he might still be able to.
He's going to try.
Yeah, so he had to put a bit on that to get that cut, so gives Udi a little bit of a look. So he has got the red on the rail as a trouble ball. He can sneak that red down now in behind that yellow, and then he can work his way up the top, so he can actually probably play a shot to nothing after this shot if he wants, but knowing Udi, he'll go for the out. So yeah, so his worst case, the red on the rail will actually come back down behind that yellow into the pocket if that's the way that he chooses to end up going, which he can pretty well nearly play a shot to nothing if he lands on it, because that red does go beside that yellow, and if he gets that one down the rail, then he's pretty well takes control of the frame. So he wants to just bang these in, and then he'll land behind that red and just roll it down the rail. I think that'll be the plan anyway. From here, would probably be my plan. As I said, everyone's different though. So he's tried to get a bit of a kick on it there and he's missed it, but he still has these two. He might even have angle on that top red to come back down into that red, if he wants to use a bit of left-hand side on it. Or
It's
he might
definitely
try
going
and
to
run.
have the white running.
Yeah, he might try and run it up now. Just lost a little bit when he kicked it out, or tried to kick it out, so. But with that yellow down near the red, it was worth a go. So Mick's in a bit of trouble at the moment.
Mick has the option to run this yellow on the cushion down, and if it doesn't go, he should cover the pocket, which will then make it a little bit more difficult on the reds, with the red that's beside the yellow at the moment.
Yeah, it will. The only thing is, if Feudy uses those top 3 reds, he can end up playing a turnover shot, so makes it a bit tricky. Yeah, so he's opened up the pocket massively there, and these reds are actually pretty well all on now. That red definitely goes down the bottom here,
Yeah.
and he can actually, if he leaves himself a bit of angle, nudge the yellow out of the way as well.
That was a beautiful shot on table 2.
He's just set himself on. Oh, yeah. Be alright, but he wanted to kick off the rail a bit harder there. So he's just having a look at his angles here. I think he's going to play this one in the middle and kick the other red
16.
towards the top pocket by the looks of it. He's just come in behind it. He's wanted to be still straighter. Still okay. I've got Big Jacob in my way now, so I can't see. So I'll just have to look on the old camera here. Robbie's just gone in off, and looks like Bridge with ball in hand actually could take this frame. I think he's going to have to come off the left-hand side rail and come back out. Dropped it in, perfect. Next shot's pretty big. Bridge has gone in off. The Hunter boys get up and about there as the captain's got ball in hand and probably should be able to take this frame. Big shot coming up for Feudy. He'll run off this yellow, potting this red. He should probably come back out for the black into the other middle if he hits it right. So, yep, so he's cued that well. He'll go black into that middle, as I said. And that'll, should put the Hunters up by 6 frames. It'll be 12-6, I believe. And Robbie's probably just going to take them to 13-6. So it's looking pretty ominous now. Hunters only need 3 more frames, so.
I just can't hear him to be able to communicate with him.
Oh, well, there you go. So 3 frames to go for the Hunters. And
That's the commentator's seat, Bob. You're not going to commentate.
Don't yell, Lenny. It's okay.
oh, Plummy's been kicked out of the chair and all. Been kicked out of the chair and all, mate. Unbelievable scenes.
It's just unfortunately I can't communicate
So
with
now
Damo
it's
without hearing him.
13-6 to the Hunters. So 3 more frames to go, and they'll be, anything can happen, but with that scoreline, it's going to make it pretty hard for the Hustlers to come back from there. So
The fight is real.
it looks like we've got Gibbo and Squeak on. Gibbo to break. Well, he hasn't put very much on that break, and he's gone in off. I don't know if he just miscued it there, but gives Squeak ball in hand behind the bulk line, so looks like wouldn't mind the yellows if you can get on one to start.
It's a bit clustered down the bottom ends, so
Yeah, I think if you can get a yellow opener, they all actually are on. It's just getting an opener on it. So he looks like he's going to play the one down the bottom. Try and close the table early. And he's banged that one in pretty nicely. Might have just landed in the middle of nowhere though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He wanted to just, that white wanted to be down a little bit so he could have those ones to the middle. Because they all do go, but now he's got to probably, I don't know if he's on that bottom one, he might be able to cut that into the middle.
it doesn't look like it on the screen.
Yeah,
but
looks
we
like
could
he
be
can.
Yeah, but I was
Just got to hold the white. Yeah, played a pretty good shot there. So they were all on. They are all on.
wrong. Yeah.
Just, it's hard to say where the black goes.
Oh, it is.
I don't know if he can use that yellow that he's just queuing near now. Down from those reds, he might be able to use that if he can get on it.
It does look like it goes top left.
It's pretty hard to say from here, isn't it? The yellow that's down from those two reds. If he lands just back from it, he might be able to actually stun up and kick those reds out of the way.
Yeah.
But he's got to land up, a little bit like high on it. See what he does with this shot.
Gold Coast plays.
So he's played it all right. Has he got a bit of angle there?
I knew it was sort of similar, same colour. GW.
Almost wants to come up the table now for that shot that I was just saying. If he's got the angle on that bottom yellow, but he does look a bit straight, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got the angle to come up. He might be trying to go through it.
16, 9 and 10, 8 and 5.
So actually, this could be the shot now. He's got to get into it though. That's the only thing.
If he's going to go the one at the lowest end of this table, he's going to have to back himself for a long
Yeah, well, he has to
yellow.
he has to try and get into this now. Yeah, and that's the only thing that when you have to go for a shot like that, it can cause issues just because you had to get into those reds. You could have went the one in the middle, but then you've got to try and cut that yellow back down and come back round somehow. and the black's on that red, so makes it a hard shot. So Gibbo's got ball in hand. Don't think that Jackie beside the black's on. He might be looking at taking one of them out of the way now.
A big enough gap that he could make that Jackie on, to be honest.
He might be taking this Jackie out at one of the bottom reds. He might take out of the way now, but just depends how he's feeling. Looks like he's just going to play a shot to nothing, I think. What have we got? He's going to back himself to bang this in, or? Yeah, he's backed himself. Yep, so he's played a good shot there. Wonder if he actually... The bottom of those middle reds, he wouldn't mind having a bit of angle on to move the black and those other two reds if he can. Because he's got to kick them. If he's going for the out, he's got to get them out of the way. Looks like he's going to play the top ones first and then try and come back down and promote them. Yeah, so he's probably actually rushed that a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bit of a free shot with where the black is, but he probably actually rushed it just a little bit. So probably got a bit trigger happy there, but still in the frame. There's a bit of work to do here. Yeah, that black's very tricky. That's a great effort. That's a great effort. That black actually might go now, down to the bottom right. It's hard to say, but
goes middle as well, to be honest.
those two reds below it aren't very good though.
It's a lovely pot.
Those two behind that black there, he's going to have to try and get in behind to play that red into the left middle and to kick that black out. So it's just a matter of if he can get down on it. He's going to have to leave one of these. He's going to have to leave the ball in the middle of the table to get down to that shot, I think.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I think so. I think if he can drop this in and just roll forward a little bit, he can actually pot that red into the middle and come back in behind those two reds, and then he can play that shot. But he just wants to hold on this one. Just give himself a little bit of angle on the next ball. I think he has too. Yeah, so he's given himself the angle. He just needs to hold on, come off that side rail, and in behind, he might be able to play that one into the middle and kick that black out. So we'll see what he does. So he's gone. Yeah. No, he wanted to roll through on that, I think. Not unless that red goes in behind that yellow. I mean, it could off the rail. Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's a good shot.
Recovered with a decent shot there, but I think the other shot he definitely wanted to roll through on. Just puts a bit of pressure. That red on that black's pretty hard though. Played a bit of a shot to nothing, but it's don't know if he's got the angle to come back and kick that red out now. Might be a bit thin. Yeah, he's gonna just play this one off and leave the white down behind that red, I think. That's the plan, and that's perfect. So he's played that perfect way. That shot, that was definitely the shot to play there. He's played it well, so the pressure's on now. Basically missing its frame over. Unfortunately, this rule set, you just have to have a go at this.
Yeah, you don't have the choice now, do you?
Don't really have the choice. You've got to have a go at it.
You have to have a genuine attempt.
Looks like he might be playing for the one up the top.
Oh.
He's nearly got it, but unfortunately, he's missed, and I believe that with ball in hand, Gibbo will take this frame. Should be just 3 drop-ins from here. He just wants to hold where that white is now, drop that other red in, and then the black in the middle. So that'll be pretty simple from there. Just needs to just take his time. Don't get a rush of blood. Just drop the black in. Just nice and easy. Sometimes it can be easy to just get a rush of blood on these shots. You know, even though they are easy, you just need to still take a bit of time with them and just make sure that you back yourself in and pot it.
Most definitely. Adrenaline becomes a major thing, especially in a final.
So
where we do get the better of ourselves.
So it takes the Hunters to 14-6. Yeah, they've only got to win 2 more, so they've really found their straps.
I do believe this is if the Hunters do take this out, it will be their first premiership win.
Yeah, it will be. So they've played in a fair few finals, just haven't quite got there They've been together for a fair few years, actually, these boys. So, yeah, it'll be good for them to finally get a Premier League medal around their neck. So they've always been there and abouts. But you know, Prem League's pretty tough competition. So, but I mean, they have been the side to beat all year. They've got a pretty solid group there. So we're up to 14-6. Salty. So it looks like we've got Tony and Gibbo and Danny and Udi on the other table. So
Danny has just gone in off with the white.
So gives Udi the first proper look at this frame. Reds don't look too bad from here. I can't see 100%, but I presume that Udi will want reds. Looks like that red up in front of that yellow goes to the middle, so he'll probably want to use that as his last ball maybe. And for the black, but he looks like he'll be able to navigate his way around these. He'll take these top couple first. Probably take that one in the middle. Then he's got the two down the bottom right. Should be a pretty simple out, I would say, for Udi.
The best thing about international rules that I have found, when the balls are clustered like they are on table 1 at the moment, they're pretty easy to break out, and then it's framed pretty quick after that. So there's not much waiting around doing constant snookers and stuff like that, which is a bonus.
Yeah, especially if you can maybe get a ball in hand and use it to promote them, and I like the new rules. Gibbo's just fouled there. Hampered queuing over the ball, but ball in hand to Tony. Looks like he wants to pot this. He sort of landed a bit awkward there with that white after that shot, to be honest. Looks like he's gonna...
He's still got to try to get that red out.
He might be getting into this yellow now, by the looks of it. It's still tricky. He's still got it in the middle, but he has to really get through with the white, because otherwise he's going to land in the middle of nowhere. He might catch himself out if he doesn't cue this right. So Tony on the reds. I don't know. This single red above these two yellows looks a bit tricky. He's going to have to leave himself a bit of angle on this red. He didn't want that angle, I don't think. I want it to be the other side of that red. Not unless that red goes in the middle, but... And he's had to try and put a bit on that for that reason, which happens. So, see what Gibbo can do with these. He's got a bit to work with now. Well, Udi's got a big shot down the rail. I think that black does go to the middle, but...
This is still a huge shot for Udi.
Yeah, it's a big shot. Black will go bottom if he plays it. He's come across.
Does it go?
I reckon he'll just cover the pocket, to be honest. Not unless it goes clean. I don't think it does. He can definitely put the black in the pocket though. Go off the rail into that yellow if he wants. Gibbo's got a 2 for the price of 1 there. Still a bit of work to do. You could probably lay up again and try and get yourself a ball in hand, to be honest. Depends how he's feeling, but I don't mind trying to get a ball in hand. Yudi looking at the double here, is he? He might be looking at the double. It's a pretty big effort from there. See, I don't mind the effort, but if he's going to do that and it's going to sit where it is on the left side, he might as well have just covered the black in there anyway, because he's basically got the same result, but he's tried to cut it across. I understand like going for it at 14-6. I think percentage-wise, though, probably could have just done that on the other side, so... Looks like he can hit the red, but he can't really do much with it. He might be able to cut the top red over. Looks like we'll cut across. It's just a matter of bringing the white ball back down. Sometimes it can be hard with these thin cuts, holding the white where you want it exactly. But
is that all right?
He'll get back down the table if he pots it. So. Just makes it a bit hard. He wanted to be on the other side, down near the black for that red. So that's a big middle pocket with that yellow sitting over it for that double for the Udi. I think he goes middle. I don't think it cuts under, not unless he's confident cutting it under the yellow, but for me, he's looking at the cut, but he's having a look at the cut. Tell you what,
it's a huge cut.
A huge cut with where's the white going? Yeah, oh well, he's going to have a crack at it. Off the yellow.
I tell you what,
that's a great shot.
Wow.
That's a top shot. So he's gone off the rail into the yellow and under. That's a very good shot. And now they only need 1 more. So she'll be all over soon, I think.
So this frame that's being played right now could possibly be...
Could possibly be. Yeah. I think that yellow does go up the top, and he's actually got a bit of angle to go out for the other one if he wants.
Yeah.
Just got to pot it and follow through. He's sat on it though. It's okay. I mean, where the red is, it's okay, but he might back himself in to try and double it across. Give him. You may as well have a crack at this double across the table with where the red is, and when you honestly, if you're 15-6, you may as well have a go at it. I know. Like, yeah, it was worth a crack.
And this red is still very tricky, so he's still got that chance of coming back to the table anyway.
He can roll this red down and leave the white where it is, and maybe force Gibbo for a massive cut if he doesn't pot it. But I would back Tony in. He can pot this down.
Most definitely.
He's a great curist. He's just got to back himself on this one. Drop that red in and get him back on the board. So, he's had a great crack at it there. That was the only thing about forcing that red down the rail. The white's sort of naturally going to come out. And it gives Gibbo a shot there. So, yeah, it was a hard one. Gives Gibbo a chance to get the win. It's not bad. He would have liked to have come down a bit further, but nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. So looks like the Hunter boys are pretty well getting ready, I think. If he pots this, it'll be game over. So. And he's done it, so
That's all over.
that'll
Well
be
done, Hunters.
game over. So the Hunters have won 16-6 in the Premier League. So well done. Well done to the Hustlers for getting there. They obviously had a great season, and as I said earlier, just fell a bit short tonight. A couple of key personnel out, which hurt, but they'll be back bigger and stronger next season. So. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And congratulations to the Hunters once again. Cheers. All done, thanks, Sully. There's Cat. Right now, if you go home and watch a bit of footy. Enjoy the night, guys. Well done. See you, Sully. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Sully. Go get the beer. Great captain. Great captain. Thanks,
What's going to happen tomorrow? The MCG is going to score a ton. We'll forgive him forever. the Bloke Award for 2023. He'd like to say from the bottom of his heart, Lou, he'd like to say a big thank you and congratulations, you made his cue really, really look good.